Fellas, today's video is so much fun, as I've taken 30 retired NBA players from the past 10 years and placed them back into today's league, into their primes. So, we're going to be simulating the next season in the NBA with these 30 retired players in their prime on NBA teams today. It is going to be so much fun. So guys, go sit down, go relax, go grab your favorite snack, and let the madness begin. Here we go. So guys, for this simulation, here are the players and the teams they will go back to. I gave every team a retired player. I try to get players going back to the teams that they played for. However, I couldn't do that for every team. For example, Pau Gasol couldn't go back to the Lakers because Kobe was there, so he will play on the Pistons, so on and so forth. You guys can read through the list. Anyways, here we are in the NBA 2K25. I just got done filling out the rosters, and this is going to be so crazy. Rajon Rondo on the 76ers with Joel Embiid, Tyrese Maxey. Again, couldn't get him back to the Celtics because Paul Pierce is already there, and every team has a retired player for this simulation. I mean, videos like these I just love to make. This whole new NBA is going to be so good. Which players will do the best, which retired players, and speaking of retired players, Derrick Rose just retired a few weeks ago. Man, I love Derrick Rose. I feel like everybody out there loves Derrick Rose. He was a beast. He's back in Chicago. We saw Chris Bosh. He's on the Cleveland Cavaliers. This Boston Celtics team, I mean, they are looking unstoppable. They are definitely one of the favorites in this simulation. Even without Paul Pierce, they're a favorite. And as we continue on, the Clippers with Blake Griffin. And Blake Griffin was one of my favorite players growing up. When I was a kid, I actually walked into an elevator with Blake Griffin when I went to a Cavs game in Cleveland. And I was like, oh my goodness. I was actually too scared to ask for a picture, but growing up, he was one of my favorite players in the NBA. But as we see Kyle Korver on the Hawks, and guys, tell me down below your favorite team and your favorite player that is retired. Dwayne Wade on the Heat. I know there are a lot of Dwayne Wade fans out there. Kemba Walker we see now back on the Hornets with LaMelo Ball. That should be an interesting backcourt in Charlotte. Gordon Hayward on the Jazz. Jazz fans know about how good Gordon Hayward was in his prime on Utah, so we put him back there. And man, prime bookie DeMarcus Cousins on the Kings, easily a top center in the NBA in his time there in Sacramento. I mean, he was an absolute beast on that team. We see the Knicks, they just got traded Karl Towns, and now Kobe Bryant, rest in peace, with LeBron James in LA. I mean, we had to put Kobe on the Lakers as their retired player, so that is going to be awesome to see out there in LA. Dwight Howard up to a 94 overall on the Magic. Remember his Orlando days. Anyways, my goodness, look at this Mavericks team. We put Dirk back there. He's with Luka, Kyrie, and Klay Thompson. I mean, this Mavericks team is insane on paper. They're easily a favorite. Then we see the Brooklyn Nets. Not too many crazy players at Brooklyn. Tony Allen wasn't from Brooklyn, but we had to put him there. As we see Carmelo Anthony and Jokic on the same team. We had to put Carmelo back in Denver. I mean, I know he was a huge Knick throughout his career, but he started off in Denver. His prime early stages were in Denver, actually, but anyways, we go continue down the list. Pau Gasol at a 92 overall. How can he do in Detroit? Vince Carter on the Raptors at a 97 overall. Can he lead Toronto to the playoffs? I mean, I love Vince Carter. And another question I have for you guys, which retired NBA player do you miss the most? I want to see what you guys say down below. As we see Tim Duncan, Wembanyama, and Chris Paul on the team. Obviously not prime Chris Paul, but we do got prime Tim Duncan, prime Steve Nash on the Suns with Durant, Booker, Beal. I mean, that team is going to be so good. Then we continue on for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Not a lot of retired players in the last 10 years, but Victor Oladipo does count. And then we move to the Timberwolves. Kevin Garnett and Anthony Edwards. Now with Julius Randle after the trade. That team is going to be fun. LaMarcus Aldridge, one of the best mid-range games the NBA has ever seen, as he's back in Portland. And for the Warriors, I put prime Iguodala back on the team. He was so big in their championship runs. He actually won a Finals MVP, if you guys remember, but he's up there with Curry and Ray Allen. Couldn't put him back on Boston, so I put him on the Washington Wizards with this team. So how will Ray Allen do with that squad? Anyways, fellas, let's simulate at the end of the season here on 2K25. And with the end of the season here, Luka Doncic averages a triple-double. How about that? An amazing season to win MVP. Rookie of the Year goes to the first overall pick out of Atlanta. Sabonis comes off the bench behind DeMarcus Cousins. And then we see Victor Wembanyama, Defensive Player of the Year for the Spurs out there in San Antonio. But Tony Parker, I guess one most improved. But anyways, Jalen Brunson wins Clutch Player of the Year for the New York Knicks. And as we go check out the All-NBA teams, the first team, Luka, Shea, Jokic, Kevin Garnett, Haliburton. The only retired player to make the first team was Kevin Garnett in Minnesota. Second team, Embiid, Giannis, Trae Young, LaMelo Ball, Dwayne Wade. Third team, LeBron, Kobe, Tim Duncan, Nowitzki, Cade Cunningham. Cade Cunningham, what is he doing with all these guys? That is funny. And as we check out the league leaders, it was SGA who led the league. A couple guys over 30, a couple guys over 25. We see the rest of the top 10 players in this league who are the points per game leaders. LaMelo Ball's up there, Kevin Garnett, Stephen Curry, Paulo Banchero. Rebounds per game, Garnett had a crazy season. He's progressed to a 99, so is Tim Duncan. Marc Gasol had a very good season out there in Memphis. A lot of guys over 10. There's Dwight Howard, he's up at a 95 overall. Assists per game, Luka Doncic leads it, Haliburton, Jokic, Nash is number 5. I thought he would be number 2 or number 1, but anyways, Jamal Crawford had a great season for the New York Knicks. And the legend Kobe Bryant led the NBA in steals, Dwayne Wade right behind him. We see Rondo, Tony Allen's up there as well. Blocks per game goes to Victor Wembanyama, Andrew Bogut, he is up there. And as we go to the NBA standings, the Knicks will have the best record in the East with 52 wins. And the East wasn't as great as the West in this simulation season. Celtics in there, Atlanta, Chicago, Indiana, Toronto, Washington. How about the Wizards with Ray Allen? They are the play-in tournament teams, Miami, Cleveland, Milwaukee, as Philly just misses out. How do the Sixers not make it? Anyways, those were the teams in the East. Now on to the West. Minnesota and Dallas, same record. What a season both those teams had. 65 wins. Spurs make it. Lakers, Thunder, Clippers are in. Play-in tournament teams. Sacramento, Denver, Phoenix, as the Grizzlies also make it. And Golden State eliminated as a Jazz finished with the worst record in the West. And now here we are to the postseason for today's simulation. Of course, so it is similar to the play-in tournament, as they're the teams in the Western Conference, and now the teams in the Eastern Conference, as we see Washington, Miami, Cleveland, Milwaukee. So guys, we're just going to simulate really quick here on NBA 2K25. So let's see what teams make the tournament. Bam! The teams that get in, Memphis, Washington, Miami, and Sacramento. So this is the 16-team official bracket for today's NBA 2K25 simulation. So which retired player can help bring their team to a championship? Well fellas, it is time to get this simulation underway as we're doing these with live games. The road to the NBA Finals will begin here in the very first round. It's your last chance to comment down below your predictions as the madness begins here on Naptime Productions. Let's go! First round action, we begin with a close game in Sacramento. Kings, Mavericks, Game 4. Fox the drive, won't go. Dirk the rebound, and the Mavericks, the number 1 team in the West, have a 3-0 series lead over the 8-seeded Kings. Can they close it out? Klay Thompson to Doncic, moves on Fox, 3 on its way, won't go. Rebound to bonus. We have seen teams come back from 3-0 deficits before in the simulations. Can this Kings team do it? As right now they need to win Game 4 here at home. It is Fox with a chance to take the lead. Shot clock, game clock, winded down. Going at Luka. Fox in the paint. Fox takes it and makes it. These fans are going crazy. Luka Doncic couldn't get the stop, but he has an opportunity to tie or win. Doncic for the win. Bang! Luka Magic does it in Game 4. Fox won't get it off in time. Dallas sweeps the Kings. How about Luka? You gotta double team him right there. This Mavs team has so many weapons, and they will sweep the Kings. And now head into Boston. It is the Celtics team with Paul Pierce, Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, Porzingis, Drew Holiday, and Derek White who get the W. And it was a tough task for Toronto because this team on paper is just so good. Look at these 3 guys, over 24 points each. And now we are off to Minnesota. The Timberwolves will knock off the Grizzlies. And man, how about Anthony Edwards turning into one of the greatest players in the game today. And the Grizzlies with John Morant will go out in 5 games. This was a rematch in a series from a couple years ago, if you guys remember. A very entertaining one. And here the Timberwolves win it. And now off to Miami. Hawks, Heat going at it. Here is Dwayne Wade. Gives it to Rozier. Almost stolen. Back to Rozier. Swing it to Jokic. No! Wade! Got it! Dwayne Wade puts in the 3. Miami's going crazy. Heat are up by 2. And guys, they are trying to win this series right here, right now, as they're up 3-2. And for Atlanta, their goal is to force Game 7. As Young with the moves in the paint rattles in the floater. Trae Young is a bucket, and he ties it with 30 seconds. So now the pressure's back on Miami to get a basket. And this is the guy you want with the ball. Dwayne Wade on the Heat in the simulation. Dribble, pull up, jumper, missed it. Dwayne Wade misses the open jumper. 14 seconds. Atlanta the ball. No timeout. Shot clock off. Trae Young looking to win Game 6 on the road to 4-7. Motioning is Kyle Korver. Young still has it. Screen from Capella. Young. No good. 1 second. I don't think Miami will get it off. And this game is going to overtime. What a matchup. Atlanta, Miami, Game 6, headed to extra minutes. What a battle this game is. Still in overtime. Tied at 119. Adebayo rejected from Capella. 30 seconds and out of bounds. Huge rejection from Capella. Miami still has the ball. They will inbound from the baseline. Looking to take the lead. Now it goes to Adebayo. Here is Jovic. Money. Jovic puts in the 2-point shot. And now the Hawks trail by 2. Their season on the line. How will they respond? Here is Trae Young. He missed that shot at the end of regulation, so what will he do right here, right now? Here he is, game clock down to 14 seconds. Trae Young, step back, 3, bounces around and in. Trae Young, unbelievable. Miami with no timeouts. Here is Dwayne Wade. He's gonna be the one to take the shot. 4 seconds. Motioning is Richardson. Wade gonna give it to Richardson, and it's off the mark. Oh man, Dwayne Wade should have taken that. And Atlanta wins by 1 to 4-7. Trae Young, the game winner. How about that? Seeing Derrick Rose back in that Chicago uniform, especially after he retired just in the past month, is special. As we go to Indiana, the Bulls will defeat the Pacers here in the first round in 6 games. It was a close series, but this Derrick Rose-led Bulls team is on the next round. They are looking good as they knock off Tyrese Halliburton and the Indiana Pacers. Oh my goodness, upset alert. We go to a Game 6 in Washington where we're tied at 115, and the Wizards are up 3-2 against the 1 seed in the East. Kuzma to Ray Allen. The 3 buries it. Ray Allen from downtown. Wizards fans going crazy. Can DC pull off the upset? They're 30 seconds away. This Knicks team needs something. Here we are. It's Jalen Brunson. 24 seconds. Who's going to take the shot? Right now, Brunson has the ball. Screen from Towns. Brunson the drive. Pulls back. Step back. 3 for the tie. Rims out. Valanciunas to rebound. Washington is going to do it. Oh my goodness. There's only 11 seconds left, and the free throws will seal the deal here in DC. This is an upset for the ages. The number 1 seed, the Knicks, will go down in 6 games to the 8th-seeded Wizards with Ray Allen. I mean, in these simulations, you never know what to expect. And here in this first round, we see a massive upset as the Wizards fans are cheering. And as we head to Los Angeles, what a first-round series this was. It went the distance to a Game 7, and it was a close Game 7. But the Lakers will hold on and knock off the Oklahoma City Thunder 124-116 in the final. Kobe and LeBron's first playoff series together results in a win. There is a new Big 3, maybe even Big 4 in LA, as look at Kobe, LeBron, Reeves, and Davis, as Oladipo and SGA try their best. But now we go to a Game 7 in San Antonio. The Spurs and the Clippers going at it. 50 seconds, tied at 103. Winner moves on. Duncan against Griffin. What a matchup. Duncan scores. San Antonio rises to their feet. Man, the battle of the power forwards. And now here come the Clippers down by 2, 40 seconds. Blake Griffin gives it to Harden. 3-pointer, got it! James Harden, ice in his veins. 36 seconds, Clippers take a 1-point lead. I mean, that's an enormous shot from James Harden, the veteran. Wembanyama now throws it away. Stolen by Blake Griffin. Clippers have it, and they have the momentum. And so down 1, San Antonio won't foul. About a 5 5 or 6 second shot differential between the shot clock and game clock. The Spurs will need a stop. They are also at a timeout. So here's James Harden looking for the dagger. He just made the three a moment ago. Going at his former teammate Paul. Lost it. Coughed up. Stolen by San Antonio. 3 seconds. Chris Paul has it. Gonna heave. And it's off the mark. Man, what a finish in San Antonio, but the Clippers hold on in a thriller. Man, that got shaky for LA, but they will pull it out and win the series. And so we saw Atlanta force that Game 7 after they won in Game 6 in Miami, and they go to Game 7 and win it. So they come back in the series 3-2. Trae Young, the MVP of the series, and for Miami, blowing a 3-2 series lead, disappointing. Dwayne Wade, 23 points in a loss, and Miami is officially eliminated. Man, what a first round that was, though. As anyways, guys, we are now on to the second round of this NBA 2K25 simulation after we brought back retired players, and here is the bracket. Hopefully your favorite team is still in it. This should be really interesting. I mean, so many great teams left. So, guys, without further ado, let's see what teams move on to the next round. Let's go. Washington's Cinderella run will come to an end here in the second round. I mean, how do you beat the Knicks in 6 games and then get swept in the very next round? Well, that's what happened for DC and Ray Allen, as Chicago, led by Derrick Rose, wins in a sweep and are headed to the Eastern Conference Finals. How about them Bulls? Big time victory here in Washington, and they move on. As we now go to Atlanta, the Celtics will take care of the Hawks, and they will win this series in 5 games. Boston moves on, and Jason Tatum! Oh my goodness, that might be one of the greatest animations I've seen. Not gonna lie, 2K25 has way better animations than the last 5 years. That was really cool to watch, but anyways, the Celtics get it done, and they'll move on to the Eastern Finals. As we're now to LA, the Clippers will beat the Mavericks. How about that? So the Clippers upset the Mavericks. I mean, I think this Mavericks team was probably favored to win with Dirk, Luka, Klay, and Kyrie, and they will go out in the second round in a close series. But for this Clippers team, who expected them to move all the way to the Western Conference Finals. In our last series of this second round, no close ones, will be the Lakers over the Timberwolves as Kobe drains the 3. So Kevin Garnett, Anthony Edwards will go down here to LeBron, Kobe, Davis. Man, this Lakers team is special as they win the series and head on to the Western Conference Finals. A lot of blowouts there in that second round. Hopefully we get some good ones in the conference finals, as we see in the West, a Battle of LA, Clippers, Lakers, and in the East, Celtics, Bulls. This should be a really good conference finals. 2 great matchups. Now guys, let's simulate here in NBA 2K25 to see which teams will move to the championship series right now. So let's go. We have a Game 6 in the Eastern Conference Finals where we're tied at 122. Boston leads the series. Here is Jaylen Brown, LaVine, Porzingis, the Jam over Vucevic. Boston trying to close the show and defeat Chicago. Bulls looking at 4-7. Here is Rose going at Holiday. Derrick Rose explodes over Drew Holiday. I mean, that's one of the better defenders in the game today. Prime Derrick Rose is just different, and that brings these Bulls fans to their feet. Rose is hype, and so are these fans, as we're tied at 124. Defensive chance in the building. Brown gave it to Porzingis last time. Looks like he's controlling the offense right now. It's Jaylen Brown driving. Brown underneath, it's good. Brown says right back at you, Rose. And now with 21 seconds, the game clock is off, or shot clock I should say. Rose has the ball going to Holiday again. This time over Porzingis too. Derrick Rose isn't human. He took off from almost a free throw line. Someone screenshot that and see how high he got. And now the Celtics looking to win this series. 6 seconds. Brown, the screen for Porzingis gets open. Good. Jaylen Brown with 2 seconds. No timeouts. Chicago needs it. It's off. Jaylen Brown wins the Eastern Conference Finals. What a game, what a series. And Brown says night-night to the Bulls fans. On go the Celtics to the championship series. Oh my goodness, what action. And now up to the Western Conference Finals. It's a 1-point game, and it's a Game 7. Here's Kawhi going at Kobe. What a matchup this is. Game clock down to 52 seconds. Blake Griffin now gets it to Powell. Shot clock down to 10. Screen from Zubac. Powell baseline. Dishes it to Zubac for the jam. Oh my goodness. Norman Powell with a top play of the year. That was amazing. I might go back and rewind that tonight. That play was spectacular. As LeBron James and the Lakers down by 1. Winner goes to the championship. LeBron can't finish over Griffin. Clippers have it up by 1. Looking for the dagger. James Harden doesn't have to go early. What is he doing? Harden now takes it back out. You gotta wisely use this clock as the Lakers need a stop. As top of the key, Harden now goes to Kawhi against Kobe. Faye with the left, rims out. Lakers to rebound, a chance to win the series. Here's LeBron with 10 seconds. He missed last time. Can he get revenge? LeBron against 2 defenders, layup, missed again. LeBron James misses again. Lakers fans can't believe it, and neither can LeBron James. And now James Harden at the line with 2 seconds. LA out of timeout. First one is good. This one to make it a 3-point game. And I still can't believe right there he missed that. But the Lakers have a chance right here. Gonna need a miracle. Russell! No! And the Clippers beat the Lakers in Game 7 to move to the NBA Finals. How about this Clippers team? They show no quit. They are just special. And this Lakers team falls and are going home. We are now down to 2. Who predicted this? The LA Clippers versus the Boston Celtics, as we saw Blake Griffin go back to LA, Paul Pierce back to Boston, and these two teams meet in the NBA Finals. That last round though was so good. Great matchups, great games, but now we're going to simulate a best of 7 series here on NBA 2K25 to see who would be the champion. So guys, without further ado, let's find out who does it. Let's go. And as we go to Los Angeles, it's a Game 6. The Celtics up 3-2, and they're gonna win this game to be NBA champions. And I feel like NBA 2K25 has hated on this Celtics team in the last couple of sims, so they finally get a win here, as they will knock off this Clippers team in 6, as Paul Pierce coming back to the squad helps them get another championship. I mean, this team, look at them. All these players are insane on one team. And guys, this Clippers team fought hard. What a run they had. I don't think many people expected them to get here. And if you haven't noticed, there is a new celebration here on 2K25. They updated the game. It's actually kind of cool. I really like it a lot. I mean, it's a little different if you notice. But thank you all for watching today's video. I really hope you enjoyed. I read every single one of your comments. You are all the GOATs. I really appreciate the support. And I'll see you guys in the next simulation, as it's Halftime Productions. And we out for today.